Westview Warrior Basketball is streaming live on LaGwanamedia.com and the IHSAA Champions Network. Good evening, everyone. This is Jerry Hostetler along with Jamie Miller coming to you from Westview High School, where the 7-10 Westview Warriors will play host to the 9-8 West Noble Chargers. Both teams are coming off losses last Friday night, with the Warriors losing on the road at Prairie Heights 61-50. And West Noble dropping their Friday night game at Columbia City by a score of 55-50. West Noble brings a 3-4 Northeast Corner Conference record into tonight's game. They have conference wins versus Churubusco, Lakeland 2 times, and Fremont. The Chargers currently find themselves in 8th place in the conference. Westview sports a 4-5 NECC mark, and they are in 7th place, just ahead of the West Noble Chargers. And they've defeated Busco, Hamilton, Lakeland, and Garrett in conference play. Both Westview and West Noble have suffered 2 straight losses, and for one of these teams, that streak will be broken here tonight. It's Westview versus West Noble coming up. Tonight's game sponsor is Weaver Furniture Sales, with 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North, and under Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our halftime sponsor is Lehman Insurance and Financial Group. Their passion is protecting yours. Located on Lehman Drive in Topeka. This evening's game is also brought to you by Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Call Dale at 260-463-3970. By Yoder's Crossroads, located on the southwest corner of State Road 5 and US 20, south of Shipshewana. Also by Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. Stutzman Power Equipment on US 20 West in Shipshewana. By Height Auto Body, US 20 West in LaGrange. By Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Also by Dry Forest Wood Products on County Road 675 in Shipshewana. By LaGwana, your local creative services provider. By Animal Care Clinic of Topeka, located right across from the Topeka Sale Barn on East Lake Street in Topeka. Also, Avail Portable Toilet and Sink Rentals, daily, weekly, or monthly rentals. Also by Dutch Blessing Floral and Gifts, located on Taylor Drive in Shipshewana. And by Jerry Standard Service in Middlebury. Tonight's game is a presentation of LaGwana Media and the IHSAA Champions Network. And we'll be back to talk about tonight's game right after this 30-second timeout.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom, filled with a complete line of solid hardwood, custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family owned and operated since 1989.
We're back at Westview. Jerry Hostetler with Jamie Miller. Good to have you along tonight on this rare Monday night game. West Noble and Westview going at it. West Noble at 9-8. Westview at 7-10. 3-4 for West Noble in the conference. 4-5 for Westview. So, driving over here tonight, Jamie, I'm thinking, anyway, Jamie's having a conversation here with Russ Yoder. Maybe he has some good inside information. Does he, Russ?
Russ always has inside information.
Yeah. Well, I was saying that driving over here tonight, I think I was talking to Dan, I guess, and I think these teams are fairly well matched up this year.
Yeah, I would say so. West Noble started out pretty hot. You know, they won their first 3. They beat East Noble. They beat Wawasee by 30 early in the season. Lost a close one to Concord. And, you know, then they kind of hit a tailspin, I guess. They lost to, but, you know, they lost to Central Noble by 5, Prairie Heights by 2, and Eastside by 1.
Right, yeah.
You know, so they were right there. Then this last part of the season, you know, they lost to Central Noble again by 7. So they've got the talent to hang with anybody in this league. They just can't seem to get it all put together. They lost to Central. Their last 2 losses have been to Northwood and Columbia City, which are outside the conference. But, you know, I think if you I don't bet sports, but if you would have a betting line on this game, I'd say West Noble would be the favorite, maybe by 4 or 5 points.
Right.
And that's just because Westview has not shown that they can beat a team that is a good team.
Right.
We haven't yet. Our best win was against Plymouth, which has won 5 games, and while they were a decent team, they weren't. With a 5-10 record, you can't really put yourself in the good category.
Exactly.
So, it seems like we're getting better. Our defense has improved massively, from early in the season. But we can't ever seem to get defense and offense working in the same half on the same game. And the other night we saw that. Had really good defense in the first half against Prairie Heights, but our offense was just stagnant. The second half, we started scoring like crazy, and so did Prairie Heights. So I know that's how games go sometimes, but
yeah, Prairie Heights was a perfect example of that condition that we've been having problems with.
Yeah, it was, and we got 5 games left, 3 this week, 3 in 5 days, and then it's sectional time, believe it or not. So Can we improve enough? We've lost several really close games. Can we improve enough to? I hate the term "get over the hump" because it's not like you're there for good once you get there. But can we make the plays necessary to win? We did just enough against Plymouth, but against Prairie Heights we just couldn't again.
Well, we have a chance, Jamie, to get things rolling here before the sectional starts. If we could put 3 or 4 wins together before the sectional, that would give us some momentum going into that all-important postseason play.
It would. Tonight and tomorrow night are winnable games. If you look at our schedule and everything, Goshen and Fremont, they will be a little more challenging. Those are both older, experienced, bigger teams. And then Concord is always a fight because, well, they're Concord. They've been beat up all year by big teams, big schools. So
exactly.
Opportunity in front of us, but, I think the guys just need to have a little more fun. If you can't have fun playing basketball, it's not worth playing because it's too hard of a sport to play but when you're losing, that's not much fun. So what comes first, the winning or the playing?
Well, and I think we've witnessed that in some of these games this year where they don't look like they're having fun out there. There's not very much fire and so on, and you don't normally see that in Westview teams. But it has been a struggle this year, and it is hard to get up for every game, especially later in the year like we are. But boy, this is the time you got to really put the pedal to the metal and get things rolling.
Well, it was definitely improved. The last game was definite improvement over Michiana. That was a game where we just, you have those games.
Right.
Just don't talk about it and move on. But played much better at Prairie Heights on the road in a tough environment. And so, great opportunity tonight. A pretty evenly matched team. That's been really a good rivalry. We beat them over there last year in overtime.
Yeah, it was a great ball game.
And so, West Noble has become a very consistently above average team. They're 9-8 this year. Not too far in the past. They had a lot of teams that were 4 or 5 win teams. Right. But now they're a tough out. So good opportunity tonight. Maybe it'd be good for the kids to just get out and play.
That's right.
There's been a lot of practice, a lot of weeks this year where we didn't even have a game. And so by this time of the year, you're tired of practice. You just want to play. And they got 3 games in 5 nights. You just go out and have fun and prepare for sectional. So here we go.
Yeah, big week for the Warriors. As you mentioned, Jamie, 3 games, including, of course, this one tonight. Tomorrow night, Wawasee comes in here. And then we finish the week over at Goshen against the Red Hawks on Friday night. We'll be back with more, and we have some keys to the game.
We will when we come back.
All right. We'll be back in 30 seconds with Jamie's keys to the game.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome back to Westview. Some of the keys tonight. as we're getting ready for the national anthem here. I think we'll do that after the national anthem. So our keys to the game tonight, you know, Austin Kripe is West Noble's leading scorer, and a big, tall kid, not afraid to shoot it, and we got to avoid putting him at the foul line and giving him easy shots, you know. He's really good at creating contact, and we need to, if he's going to shoot it, fine, make it contested, but let's not give him easy shots at the foul line to get going. And on offense, I think we need to get Brady going early. You saw what happened in the third quarter the other night against Prairie Heights when he got started and really got our offense rolling. And so let's see if we can get him started early and get this offense fired up.
Okay, the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. If this is right, Derek Sloan, number 5, a 6-foot junior. Number 15 is Braden Bodie, a 5'9" senior. Number 23, Austin Kripe, who Jamie mentioned, their leading scorer, 6'4" junior. And number 44 is Braden Barth, a big guy as well, 6'5", and he's just a sophomore. Now for the Warriors. First out is Brady Yoder, averaging 12.4 points per game for the Warriors, number 11. Mason Yoder is 6'3" senior and Westview's leading scorer at 22.4 points per game, number 13. Number 15 is Wiley Minix, a 5'9" sophomore, averaging 6.8 points per game. Number 21 is Hunter Porter, getting the start tonight, a 6'2" senior. And rounding out the lineup for the Westview Warriors will be the big guy in the middle, and that will be Bucky Lehman, number 55, a 6'4" senior. Bucky has his average up to 2.2 points per game, as he had his season high at Prairie Heights last Friday, scoring 7. Dan's trying to get the crowd fired up here at Westview. Not a huge crowd. Of course, we're talking Monday night, so not like a weekend game or...
Well, and you don't forget the more important day, Jerry. It's Valentine's Day.
That's true. Yeah, duh.
I mean, we're probably, our viewership's going to be way up because we got guys out on dates right now that's probably watching the game.
Yeah, they're on their phone.
You're right, under the table.
What are you looking at? Yeah.
I think we're revealing a lot about ourselves, maybe.
Probably. Brady with the ball out front as Westview controlled the tip. He'll take it down to the baseline and pull it back out on the wing. Bounce pass up top. It'll go to Wiley Minix.
Good post up that time by Hunter Porter, but we didn't get the ball into him. Going with a kind of a bigger lineup. I'm not sure if we've seen this combination start before.
I don't recall that Hunter's ever started. And Mason hits the jumper, gives Westview the 2-zip lead in the early going.
Well, West Noble starts 6'4", 6'5", 6'5", so it's probably the coaching staff trying to match that up a little bit. And
Nevin Ferris, I believe I missed him. He's a 6'5" junior in their starting lineup. Number 5 is Sloan. Top of the circle, Bodie. They'll go down on the baseline. They'll pull it back out on the wing to Barth. Then they'll swing it around the perimeter to Sloan again. In the corner to Sloan. Sloan pulls it back up on the wing and then out front between the circles. It'll go to Ferris. West Noble being patient on offense here.
I'll say. They're averaging 54.8 points a game on the year.
That's our defense. Ferris, right side, 3 in the air by Barth is off the mark. Good block out by Bucky, but he can't corral it. Underneath, shots up and good by Braden Barth, and he is fouled. So he'll get the and one.
Well, we can't let that discourage us. You know, it's a little microcosm of the season right there. We played great defense for a minute plus, and we can't corral the rebound, and they get a three-point play out of it. So just the little things that we got to get done. Bucky had good position, but the guy behind him is a little bit taller, and so you got to push him back.
He missed his free throw, so we're tied at 2. Ball knocked away and out of bounds. It'll stay in the hands of Westview, and they'll inbound right in front of the West Noble bench. Inbounding is Wiley Minnick. He'll get it into Brady Yoder, and Brady crosses a 10-second stripe. He'll go right side, a bounce pass down low to Mason, and what do we have? A foul's going to be called. Down on the baseline, it'll go against Ferris, his first. 5:55 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, I thought he landed on the out-of-bounds line, but I guess he got pushed there.
Mason shot from inside the arc is no good, and the rebound pulled down by Austin Kripe. Back in a hurry is West Noble. Ferris high on the wing. He'll get it back out front to Kripe. Kripe goes to Sloan. Sloan inside, shots up, no good by Barth, and Westview with the rebound. Brady Yoder brings it up. He'll come out front with it to Mason Yoder.
Interesting matchup. West Noble has Kripe guarding Brady, so their leading scorer guarding who I think they perceive maybe as the primary offensive threat.
Well, he was that time. Brady hits it too.
Yeah, and he may have a little advantage quickness-wise on Kripe.
Pass inside to Barth, and he has all 4 of West Noble's points.
Yeah, it's a little bit too easy to just allow a pass like that 5 feet from the rim.
Well, we have an offensive foul, I think.
I think Hunter set a screen and then kept moving.
Okay, so it was Hunter, not Bucky.
No, they did call Bucky.
Okay,
so that's 2 on Bucky already, yeah.
West Noble will be inbounding. Austin Kripe, number 23, get it into Ferris, right back to Kripe. Now to Sloan. Bounce pass down low. Go to Barth, back to Sloan, and Sloan sinks a three-pointer. West Noble up 7-4, 4:37 to go first quarter. Mason takes it right side, hands it off to Wiley Minnick. I'll go to Porter, back to Brady up top. Bounce pass down on the baseline. Blocked away as Mason went up for the shot. Barth got his hand in there and swatted it away. Sloan drives it into the paint and steps back out. Sloan now in the corner to go to Bodie. Cross-court pass to Sloan. His shot's going to be short. Barth with the rebound. He's double-teamed, and we have a foul. It's going to go against Westview.
Well, we got away with being slow on our defensive rotation that time. Number 5.
Sloan?
What's number 5? That's Sloan?
Yeah.
Oh, he's down there.
Derek Sloan.
Just hit one and had a wide open 3 right there.
Ferris, long 3 is good. Max Engel has checked into the ball game when Brady came out, or Bucky came out. Max with the basketball out front, number 5. Brady Yoder between the circles. Kripe comes out on him. He'll go left side of Minnick. Back to Brady. Bounce pass to Engel at the free throw line. He'll come back to Brady. Bounce pass down low on the baseline to Mason, now to Brady, and his shot won't go from three-point land. Good hustle by Hunter Porter. He grabs the offensive board. Now Brady takes it into the paint, tries to put it up, knocked away, loose on the floor, and Minix grabs it. We go to Mason.
Minix wide open from the elbow that time and wasn't looking at the basket.
And a body foul called there on as Mason tried to drive the baseline. That's going to go against their big guy, Barth. That'll be his first. Team second on West Noble. Westview with 3 team fouls. And Brady Yoder will trigger it in for the Warriors underneath their own bucket off to the right. Brady looking, still looking, and he's going to lob it out front to Hunter Porter. He'll get it to Max Engel. Engel to Mason Yoder. Out of Brady. Both teams playing man-to-man. Ball stolen away, grabbed by Sloan, and Sloan will bring it up. In a corner, Ferris. He'll come back out front with it to Kripe. Into the lineup is Zavala for West Noble, number 33. Kripe, double team, gets it out of trouble. Now to Ferris. Ferris drives the baseline, spins, can't find the shot, so he'll get it back out front. Kripe down low to Barth, and he is fouled. And that's going to go against, I think, Max Engel. Yep, that'll be his second.
Well, our big guys are getting in the stat sheet, aren't they?
They are. The wrong side of the stat sheet. Bucky Lehman back in. Max comes out. Ferris. Out of Sloan. Kripe. Sloan in the corner right side with Brady Yoder on him. Back to Kripe. Ferris out front to Sloan. Sloan puts it on the floor to the Zavala. Now left side to Kripe. Kripe drives the baseline, puts up a 10-footer, and he got it to go. 12-4. West Noble's opened up an 8-point lead on Westview here late in the first quarter, a minute and a half to go. Brady drives, puts it up with the right hand and scores.
Well, that's exactly what we need to get jump started, and not just him. We need guys driving to the basket, and because nobody's making plays out there, and that's what's hurting us. So West Noble, they're making shots. Well, that's why they're ahead. So sounds simple, but it's just guys having the confidence to make the shot.
That's right, and be aggressive. Drive the basketball, whatever it takes. Inside pass to Barth, wide open. He has 6 of his team's 14 points now as West Noble goes up 14-6 inside a minute to go in the first quarter. Brady Yoder takes it left side on the dribble. And I'll pull it back out front. We going for one here, Jamie?
Well, I think with our offensive efficiency in this first quarter, we ought to just try to get something at any point.
True. Bucky Lehman with it. Right side on the wing. He's going to get rid of it out front to Brady. We're down to 20 seconds now to go in the first quarter. Mason in the second, or in the center circle. With about 10 seconds to go, he'll make a move, and here he goes. He drives on Zavala, gives off to Minix for 3. It won't drop. Brady with the tip back up, and he's fouled. That should be a 2-shot foul coming for Brady, with just 2.5 seconds to go in the first quarter. That'll go against Austin Kripe, his first. Brady with 2 shots coming his way from the charity stripe. Hits the first. He'll get one more. 5 now for Brady tonight. 14-7 now. West Noble with the lead. Second shot up and good. Kripe inbounding to Ferris. Ferris across the timeline. He'll launch it from there, and it's way off the mark. And we played 8 minutes from Westview. Our score, West Noble 14, Westview 8. Back with the second quarter right after this 60-second break.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Height Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail, so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Height Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months and save up to $1,400.
Back at Westview, beginning the second quarter of play. Westview down 14-8 to West Noble. And it'll be West Noble's ball to begin the second quarter.
Got our starters back in there, a big lineup, so to speak.
Bucky, Brady, Wiley, Mason. Who did I miss?
Hunter.
You
mentioned him.
Hunter Porter. That's the one I missed. Zavala gets it to Sloan, then they'll swing it around right side. Back left side, Kripe with it, takes it down on the baseline. It's double team down there, gets it to Barth. Barth with a fall away jumper, and he's fouled. It's going to be an offensive foul, right? Or what
Thought
happened?
they called a travel.
Oh, okay.
When he went to shoot, he kind of backpedaled.
Yeah. Took a couple of steps backwards before he took the shot. He was off balance. Westview inbounding. Mason Yoder brings it all the way down. Dishes it underneath the Hunter Porter. He has it swatted away, but he got fouled as Sloan came in and slapped him across the forearms.
Yeah, kind of lost it on the way up, but then caught it. And
yeah.
Fortunately, we got a foul out of that.
Barth actually picks up the foul, number 44. That'll be his second. Sends Hunter to the free throw line, and he misses his first. He'll get one more. Into the ball game, Luke Skimmerhorn, 6'3" junior for West Noble.
West Noble always seems to have a never-ending supply of 6'3", 6'4", and 6'5" guys every year.
Yeah. Even when I was in high school. And that goes back a long way.
They have better water in Noble County, evidently.
Apparently they do. Ferris to Porter, and now we have another traveling violation. So Westview will inbound. Wiley Minix will inbound right in front of Randy Yoder, who provided color for our girls broadcast this year. Appreciate Randy doing that.
I'm sure the referees always appreciate that whole front row of fans, too. They're knowledgeable. They've been to 100 games or 1,000 games.
That's right.
Well, I'd like to see us throw it down low to Bucky. And, he kind of got going against Prairie Heights and really gave us a lift. See if we can do it again. Well, we tried.
Yep, lob into Bucky. Too far over his head, and it rolls off his fingers and out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a tendency to blame the passer on that, but you got to establish your position better. It was kind of a moving target, and you don't know where to throw it.
Right. Double team out front. Good defense by Westview. West Noble able to get out of the pinch. Sloan out front to Skimmerhorn, and he pops a three.
Well, just letting shooters wide open again. Sometimes a team that's kind of mired in a losing streak can just think too much instead of just play. And I don't know if that's what's happening, but normally we don't leave shooters open quite as much.
West Noble's lost a couple straight too, and they've come out looking pretty good so far in this ball game.
Right. The difference is they lost to Northwood and Columbia City.
That's true. Two pretty good teams. You're right.
So they could have played pretty good and still lost.
Not that we played bad teams. I mean, Prairie Heights is respectable. And, we got beat by Michiana as well, so. 17-9, West Noble with the lead. 5:40 to go in the first half. Minix gets it inside to Mason. Down low on the baseline. Post up, puts it up with his left hand and got it to go.
Yeah, nice up and under that time. Good patience on the post move.
Ferris fakes the three, gets it out front to Kripe.
I think we really need to come out and pressure these West Noble guards. I'm not sure. They're doing kind of whatever they want, running what they want, passing, reversing the ball really easily. And it'd be nice to come out and maybe pressure that a little bit and see what we can get.
Sloan lost the handle, but did an excellent job of
I can't believe he saved that.
Yeah. Must have long arms. Tip up, no good. Ferris with the rebound. He puts it back up on the third try and got it to go. 19-11. West Noble back up 8. Mason walks it across the timeline, takes it right side, gives off to Brady Yoder. Brady tries to drive it, then pulls it back out on the dribble, gives it to Wiley Minix. He had a timeout called by Coach Rob Yoder. 4 minutes, 32 seconds to go, first half. West Noble with a lead, 19-11. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Visit the new Yoder Crossroads Complex in Shipshewana. Start your day off right with locally roasted coffee at Five Lakes Coffee. Speedy drive-through or enjoy the aroma and coffee inside. Breakfast and lunch at the Corn Crib Cafe offering daily lunch specials and featuring Yoder popcorn. Quality popcorn since 1936. Homemade caramel corn and free samples while you browse our gourmet shops. That's Yoder Crossroads, 5 and 20, Shipshewana, Indiana.
Back at Westview, West Noble breaking out of their huddle. Westview already had broken out of theirs. Luke Helmuth is coming into the ballgame now for the Warriors, and Braden Esch as well. Brady Yoder gets it, takes it into the paint, puts it up, and he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. I think should be a two-shot foul coming. Kripe got him.
There's 2 on him now.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we're just trying a different lineup change. You know, the other offense, we've got 11 points in almost 12 minutes.
Not good.
So brought in a couple of a little bit smaller guys, but maybe a little more offensive minded.
Brady misses his first free throw. He'll get one more. And he hits that one. He has 7. Leads his team in that department. Sloan out front. They'll go right side to Ferris. Ferris to Skimmerhorn. Zavala on the baseline. He'll shoot it out now in the corner to Skimmerhorn.
Nice job by Luke getting out on the shooter that time. That's what we need, is a little more quickness out there, getting out on the shooters, making them think about it a little bit.
Yeah, we're getting right out on the perimeter. Backdoor pass, and they hit Kripe. Kripe's first, no, he had 2 earlier. 4th point of the night for Kripe. 21-12 now, 9-point lead.
West Noble very deliberate in their offense, and they know kind of exactly what they want to do, and they wait until they get what they want.
Pass intended inside for Mason, but his momentum was taking him back, and it was intercepted by West Noble. Sloan goes to Zavala, right side. Ferris, long 3, and it's good. His second 3 of the night.
Well, the difference between the two teams is West Noble's willing to take some shots 2 or 3 feet behind the three-point line, and we're not.
No, we're getting them. We're getting the opportunity, but we're not pulling the trigger. Mason gets fouled on the baseline as he turned around, tried to take a little 10-foot jumper. So he'll have a couple of free throws. First foul on Zavala.
Is that 4 threes now for West Noble?
Yes. 3 threes, yeah.
3.
Skimmerhorn has 1, Ferris 2.
I thought Sloan hit one earlier.
Oh, he did. It's not dark enough on my sheet. It didn't show up. You're right, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 now. 24-13 as Mason misses his second free throw. Sloan gets it to Zavala, right side to Kripe. Swing it around to Ferris down the corner to Sloan. Back out front, Kripe.
Well, the thing I see with our defense right now is we're doing a lot of reacting instead of forcing the issue. You know, some of the best Westview teams defensively will force the issue and make it tough for the other team to do anything. It's not really happening.
Good offensive rebound by Braden Nash. He gets it into Mason crossing the lane, but he's fouled. That'll be a shooting foul for Mason. Yeah, I think if we put more pressure.
You know, I don't know if it's by design. I don't have the scouting report on West Noble and what we're trying to stop, but they, you know, even with not pressuring out, they're still getting layups, and they're getting threes.
Mason hits that one, he'll get one more. 10-point lead now for West Noble.
Yeah, if we can get a little spark here going into half, we might have a little more hope going into the locker room. Hey, we hit 2 in a row.
Hey.
All right. Well, we are getting to the foul line. That's a good sign, mainly because we've been going inside to Mason.
Right.
We're going to go with a little 1-3-1 half-court trap.
I thought they were going to call it. Oh, he did step out of bounds. Thought he traveled anyway. So it'll be Westview ball in front of their own bench. It's like Braden Nash will bring it in for the Warriors. Minute 57 to go, first half. Westview chasing 9. Darlene Matthew just walked past us. She'll be honored here at halftime. Mason inside. Gets the shot to go. 24-17 now. Darlene, the former athletic director here at Westview, also was a head basketball coach for the girls for a number of years. Also played basketball. And she's being inducted into the Indiana Hall of Fame. And the ball goes out of bounds. Go ahead, Jamie.
Yeah, no, these last few minutes, things are starting to turn a little bit. West Noble is kind of making some turnovers that they didn't earlier, and that last post up by Mason, he got closer than he'd got all night.
You got the lead, or the deficit down to 7. Turnaround jumper, in and out. Wouldn't go for Mason. Minute 15 now to go in the first half. Quickly down court is West Noble. Kripe goes to Ferris. Ferris can't find a 3. He'll give it off to Bodie. Back out front, it'll come to Skimmerhorn. Out of Kripe. On the baseline, puts it up off the glass and good. Good drive down the baseline by Kripe. Lead back to 9 for West Noble. Wiley Minix gets it to Braden Nash, top of the key. We go left side to Luke Helmuth. 40 seconds to go first half.
Well, we had 16 at halftime the other night. Prairie Heights, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. That rings a bell.
The difference is Prairie Heights only had 18.
Yeah.
So the defensive effort tonight I don't think has been as good as what we typically see with Westview teams.
Mason drives it down the lane. He'll put it up and got it. Once again, that speed, that quick first step. Shots way off the mark at the buzzer by Skimmerhorn, and that'll do it for the first 16 minutes of basketball now from Westview. And our score at halftime, West Noble 26, Westview 19. And we'll be back. I'd like to bring you some of this ceremony that they're going to be doing for, we're going to keep it right here for the ceremony for Darlene Matthew. So we'll let you listen.
conference titles. Westview has won 95 sectional titles, 22 regional championships, 2 boys state basketball titles, a state runner-up for girls basketball, and a state runner-up for boys basketball. She also created 8 sanctioned girls sports during her time. She was a member of the IHSAA Girls Advisory Committee, past president of the Indiana Coaches of Girls Sports Association, a member of the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, member of the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association, and the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame Women's Committee. Darlene was a tremendous athletic director for Westview. She always placed academics first for the student athletes here in school. She created a culture of respect for the school, for athletes, and opposing teams and fans. Her strong history of selfless dedication and devotion to Westview athletics will be missed. This past December, Darlene was chosen to be inducted into the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame on the women's silver medal anniversary team. She will be honored at a banquet in Indianapolis in April. At this time, we ask that if you've ever been a student athlete or coach here at Westview during Darlene's tenure, please stand up.
Darlene Matthew, the former athletic director and head basketball coach of the girls at Westview, being honored here at halftime, and well-deserved. She spent so much time at Westview with the student athletes and did a tremendous job, and she's going to talk. So, Darlene, if you didn't catch it, because I'm sure it was kind of hard to hear, she is being inducted into the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame on women's silver medal anniversary, and that'll be the silver medal anniversary team. And she'll be honored in Indianapolis at a banquet in April. So congratulations to Darlene Matthews. She was always very congenial with us as an athletic director, as broadcasters here, and we appreciate her congeniality with us as, in our job. And she did a tremendous job with student athletes here as well. So tonight's halftime show is brought to you by Lehman's Insurance and Financial Group. Their passion is protecting yours. And we'll be back with scoring for the first half right after this 30-second timeout.
Have you ever wondered what the difference is between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA? Have you ever wondered if you have enough life insurance? No matter where you are at in your retirement planning journey, nearing retirement, or just starting to think about it, we can help you. Our mission is to get to know your needs, your wants, and your long-term goals, and then implement strategies to help you get there. If you've ever wondered about any of these things, give us a call.
Welcome back to Westview. We're at halftime. West Noble leads Westview 26-19. West Noble jumped out to a 14-8 lead in the first quarter, at the end of the first quarter, and has just kind of maintained that throughout the second. Westview actually, it was with 1 point there in the second quarter to make it a 7-point deficit. Individually for West Noble, they got contributions from quite a few players. Luke Skimmerhorn came in off the bench and had a 3. Nevin Ferris had a couple of threes, finished with 8 points. Austin Kripe, 3 2-point field goals for 6. Braden Barth added 6 points on 3 2-point field goals, and Derek Sloan got the scoring started, or their first outside field goal with a 3-pointer. So 5 different players in the scoring column for West Noble. For Westview, really it was 2 players. Mason Yoder had 11, and Brady Yoder, he got us started in the first quarter, had 6 of our 8 in the first quarter, finished with 7. So Mason with 11, Brady with 7, and Hunter Porter added a free throw, 1 point. So that's it. So, you know, some of the guys that were scoring early in the year, Wiley Minix and Braden Nash, didn't get in the scoring column there. Bucky had a career high 7 against Prairie Heights,
right,
and didn't get in the scoring column either. So I think that's the difference. West Noble's got a little more balance out there.
Yeah, they do.
More guys that can shoot it, or more that want to shoot it. And we have plenty of guys that can, as we saw throughout this year. So we just got to get them untracked. I really just think this team's kind of in a mental fog. You know.
Yeah, I think they've dropped into it, especially here in the second half of the season.
You know, if we could come out and we'd hit a few shots and really get us going, our defensive intensity, especially for younger players, it's hard to play defense time after time after time when your offense is suffering. And it's, you know, just a credit we're as close as we are, I think. And, you know, about all we've had going for us is a few post moves. We really haven't got on track outside.
Right.
And so when you come out, some guys just kind of let it fly, hit a few. I think it'll pick up on both ends of the floor. And that's really what we're going to have to do if we're going to come back and win this game.
Well, you know, we mentioned this at Prairie Heights, but if Wiley would pop a couple from the corners in this second half, I mean, he could really light a spark in this offense. Or not just Wiley, I mean, anybody that if Brady gets hot from three-point land, but it almost seems like we need, rather than posting up or trying to get it into Mason every time down the court, if we could just get some open threes and hit them, that would start or light a spark under our.
Yeah, I think, you know, the open threes, some of the open shots we got earlier in the year were, I think, partly because teams didn't know a little bit about us, and also partly the quality of our competition. But as they've kind of realized some of the plays we run and some of our tendencies, and we got to be able to break those tendencies, and guys just have to make plays. I mean, these guys grew up shooting since they were, 3 years old. They know how to shoot the ball.
That's
They're
right.
good at it. And within the confines of the offense and the structure of the team, they got to be ready and aggressive and confident. Just step up and hit them.
Exactly. We're about 1:25 away from the start of this second half. We'll take another 60-second break, and we'll be back with the second half right after this. And we're back at Westview. Before we start the second half here, I want to remind you of the new book that's come out by Ryan J. Yoder, I think it is. Westview High School Boys Basketball Records from 1966 all the way up to 2021. And that is ready to be sold, and it will be available tomorrow night from the Westview Booster Club. And it'll be available out in the hallway. They sell for $30, and the Westview Athletic Department will receive $5, and the Westview Booster Club will also receive $5 from each sale of those books. So very interesting, colorful book, and it's got pictures, I believe, of all the classes or seniors in the back of the book. All the seniors that played varsity basketball at Westview.
Yeah, if you're a Westview basketball fan, this is a must-have book. I mean, you got to have this thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
If you're a stat junkie or just like reminiscing, this is perfect.
So we're back to action now. Westview inbounding to begin the second half. Once again, those books will be available tomorrow night in that game with Wawasee out in the hallway. The Westview Booster Club will be selling it. Whistle down underneath the Westview basket. Foul's going to be called. Barth picks up his third foul. Westview will be inbounding underneath their own bucket off to the right. Quick pass inside to Mason, and he puts it up off the glass and good.
Well, Mason is really good down the post. He's fearless and he's explosive, and he goes right at the basket. So that's where he's living tonight.
Yes, he is. 5-point deficit now as Westview's chopped into that 11-point lead by West Noble in the second quarter. Sloan with the basketball. He'll go left side. Shot by Ferris is no good. Putback is no good. And Mason Yoder comes up with a loose basketball. Knocked away, but right into the hands of Brady.
Well, there's a bounce that went our way.
Yes, it did. Yeah, we could get this lead down to 2 with the three-pointer here.
Yep. So we're starting the second half with the unit that we finished the first half with. A little smaller. Nice play run that time for Brady.
Can't get it to drop. And we have a whistle and a foul. It looks like they're looking at Luke. Maybe not.
I saw Mason look over and proclaim his innocence to the coach.
It
so
was
I figured
Mason.
It was on him.
His second. West Noble will be inbounding underneath the Westview basket, and trotting it up will be Kripe for West Noble. Chargers with a 5-point lead. Ferris hands it off to Sloan. Sloan picks up his dribble and gives out front to Bodie. Right side will come to Kripe. Sloan right back to Kripe. He drives it to the baseline. Double team down there, but he'll force it up off the glass and got it.
Yeah, we didn't keep our double team. He started pivoting and we moved. And he just was patient. And with this size, he can do that.
7-point lead now for West Noble. Westview with the basketball. Helmuth goes right side to Braden Esch. Braden bounce passes it, deflected away and kicked out of bounds by West Noble. So Westview will keep it at this end of the court. Braden Esch will inbound. Ball deflected out of bounds by 44 Barth. So now we'll inbound it in front of the Westview fans. Braden Esch brings it into Luke Helmuth. He'll bounce pass it over to Mason Yoder. 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Wiley Minix right side picks up his dribble, gives out front to Luke Helmuth, now to Brady Yoder. He hands it off to Braden Esch. Esch bounce pass down low to Mason, right back to Braden. He'll drive it into the paint and then try to dish it off to Luke Helmuth, who was cutting toward the basket, and it was deflected out of bounds by Braden Bodie of West Noble.
Well, Braden did all the hard work on that. He fed the post, he relocated, he got it back, he drove it to the lane, and he just needed to shoot a 6-footer. And he just needs to be a little more cognizant of his own offense, I think.
Well, he's got the height in there. He could work pretty well down low.
Yeah, he really could. Well, he was a very proven scorer at the JV level. And, it definitely is a difference going up to this level, but he can do it.
Second time we've seen that tonight on the turnover by Westview as Mason is leaning in on that post up, and he can't get to the basketball. Barth now with a spinning move inside. He scores his 8th point, and all of a sudden West Noble's back up 9. 30-21, 5:05 to go, third quarter. Westview looking for their 8th win of the year. West Noble looking for their 10th. Mason shot is blocked by Ferris. Now Brady with the 3. That's short. Good rebound by Wiley Minix to Brady, and the runner is good by Brady. Good Wiley credit on that when he got up in the air. Now we got a steal. Luke Helmuth with it. He'll give it to Brady. Brady will put it up. He's hammered. He'll go to the stripe shooting a pair.
Yeah, West Noble just kind of threw that one right out there for us.
Yeah.
Like, thank you. And that might be a little insight into West Noble. If you look at their size and their shooting, you wonder, how are they only 9 and 8? Especially in the NECC, they're 3 and 4. But they kind of have some lapses now and then with their ball handling. A couple there right at the end of the first half, and then right there. I mean, you had a 9-point lead. You got a chance to really kind of get away from the team and give you a gift.
Second shot. Both shots go for Brady, and he now has 11.
Westview going to pick up a little full court or 1-3-1.
Now we have a foul as Mason stepped over to cut him off on the line over there, but was whistled for the foul. That'll be his third now for Mason. 2 here in the third quarter. Ball inbounded from Ferris to Bodie. Bodie brings it across the timeline. Goes right side to Kripe. Kripe out front to Sloan. They'll swing it around to Bodie. Now inside to Barth. Right back to Bodie. Now Ferris. So West Noble, you commented on this, I think, in the first quarter. They're being very patient on offense.
Yeah, if they don't get it right away, they don't really care. They're not really trying to slow it down, but they just kind of take what you give them.
Averaging 54, almost 55. 3 by, was that Sloan?
Yes.
I was looking down at my score sheet.
Well, what they're doing is eventually they break down the defense. They draw a double team and they kick it to the open guy, and there you go.
Mason with a shot inside. Tough shot. Can't get it to drop. Rebound Kripe for West Noble. He'll drive, go left side to Sloan, and he traveled. Faked a 3 and then was going to drive the baseline, but took an extra step. 8-point lead for West Noble. 33-25, 3:18 to go, third quarter. Tomorrow night we'll be right back here as Wawasee, another Northern Lakes Conference team, comes in. Shots up, no good.
That looked a little bit like what we did the other night against Prairie Heights. We give the ball to Brady up top and let him create off of that. He got a good shot. He just was drifting a little bit on that.
And Sloan once again travels. I don't know whether his shoes are slippery or on that one. I think he tried to stop and he kept going.
Yeah, sometimes you get referees that just, they have a tendency to call some of that little footwork stuff more than others.
Mason gets it to Luke. Now back out front. It'll come to Wiley Minix. Bounce pass down low again. Mason's posting up on Ferris.
See, the difference, West Noble, when we throw it in the post, they're not double teaming it. They're not digging down. They're staying out on our shooters. When they post up, we dig down and their shooters are open. So it's just a difference in philosophy. But
good job by Luke picking up that loose ball, but he can't get the ball to drop, and now we have a whistle and a foul on Westview, and it's gonna go against Max Engel, and for Max, that'll be his third. Zavala back in for West Noble. Zavala, I should say. Adam Zavala, a 6'2 junior, number 33, and he'll inbound it. He gets it into Kripe. Austin Kripe, a 6'4 junior. Looks right, comes back to Zavala left side. And then he'll land it off to Ferris. Zavala, top of the circle, takes the 3 and hits nothing but net. Zavala's first 3 of the night. Back to the biggest lead of the night for West Noble. They had an 11-point lead in the first half. I think that's as big as it's been, 11. Turnaround jumper by Mason's off the back of the iron, no good. Now Braden will take the shot, and that's a 3 for Braden Nash. We need about 6 more of those.
Well, sometimes the best way to shoot is off an offensive rebound, and that's what we got because the defense is a little bit scrambled and leaving guys open.
Ferris posts up down low, puts it up, misses a shot. Barth now puts it up, he misses. Crashing the boards as Mason can't hold on to it, and Kripe puts it in. Timeout called by West Noble's Ethan March in his 3rd year of coaching the West Noble Chargers. 1:13 to go, third quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street, Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week. Scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken. And then finish it off with a slice of fresh-baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988 and now offering delivery within 10 miles of Topeka.
We're back at Westview, 38-28, 10-point lead for West Noble. Minute 13 to go, third quarter. Both teams out of their huddle and ready to resume action after the timeout called by Coach Marsh of West Noble. Marsh was athletic director over at Central Noble, and he was also spent some time as head basketball coach. Mason drives it all the way down, puts it in off the glass. Mason now with 15 points. Jamie, that book's more interesting than a game tonight, isn't it?
I can watch both.
It's like watching a game on TV.
Well, it's really well done. I was
Yeah.
just leafing through it, and yeah, brings back a lot of memories. But we are in the present, and we just cut it to 7. And despite all the threes West Noble's thrown in, we still have a chance.
That's right.
It just takes a little run to get a spark going, and we just haven't pieced that together yet.
Zavala trying to drive, loses his footing, loose on the floor, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westview, I guess.
Yeah, we did. We had 4 guys around it and just didn't corral it.
Zavala had lost his footing going to the basket, and the ball was loose for a while, but it went out of bounds off of Westview. Austin Kripe with the basketball. Brady hawking him. Now right side ought to go to Bodie. Bodie bounce passes it down on the baseline to Kripe. Back to Bodie. They'll swing it around to Zavala. Cross courts it to Bodie. And on the corner to Sloan. Down low to Barth. Right back to Sloan. Thought about the three. Passed it up. Kripe now to Bodie. Looks like West Noble will be content here to take the last shot of the third quarter, as we're down to 20 seconds now to go.
I think if we're going to come back, besides scoring, obviously, we're going to have to create a few turnovers on West Noble. Maybe a little pressure, trapping.
5 seconds to go now. West Noble way out front. Sloan, 2 seconds. They're not going to get a shot off. Well, they do. Bodie does. Oh, my goodness, and he hits from the corner right side. Was that Bodie or was that Sloan? That was 15. That was Bodie.
Oh,
that's
was it Bodie?
Yeah, the first 3 of the night.
Man, I'm not sure if he got that shot off.
Instant replay?
Yeah, pull that back up there, Jeremy.
41-31 at the end of 3. West Noble leading Westview. We'll be back right after this 60-second break.
Visit the new Yoder Crossroads Complex in Shipshewana. Start your day off right with locally roasted coffee at 5 Lakes Coffee. Speedy drive-through or enjoy the aroma and coffee inside. Breakfast and lunch at the Corn Crib Cafe offering daily lunch specials and featuring Yoder popcorn. Quality popcorn since 1936. Homemade caramel corn and free samples while you browse our gourmet shops. That's Yoder Crossroads, 5 and 20, Shipshewana, Indiana.
Dry Forest Wood Products in Shipshewana offers high-quality lumber drying with their vacuum kiln drying process. At Dry Forest, we believe in valuing the life of a tree by respecting its integrity and enjoying its natural beauty. Dry Forest Wood Products with over 40 years of lumber drying experience. Located at 4325 North, 675 West in Shipshewana. Call 260-768-7714.
Two-shot foul coming for West Noble as they got the ball first to begin this fourth quarter. Bodie took a shot right underneath and was fouled, so he'll go to the free throw line shooting 2. West Noble outscored Westview in the third quarter, 15-12. Shot by Bodie's up and good.
Well, we had it down to 5, 30-25, and then down to 7 at 37-30. or 38-31 or something like that. And just that three at the end of the quarter was just, they were scattered, barely even knew its time, and threw it in. That just kind of sums up tonight. Every time we get close, they have an answer.
Desperation shot from the corner. He was able to square up, I guess, but boy, he launched it in a hurry. Braden now with a three, and he hits. Second three of the night for Braden. 43-34, so under 10 now is the lead for West Noble. Zavala with the ball. He'll cross court it to Sloan. Bounce pass inside on the no-look. Shot up by Sloan is good. 12 now for Sloan, their leading scorer. Mason Yoder brings it across the time stripe. Westview down 11. Brady into the paint. Fall away jumpers, no good off the back of the iron. And rebound pulled down by Kripe. Kripe, pass up court to Sloan. He'll drive, put up the runner. It's long, no good. We have a whistle underneath, and it's going to go against West Noble on the offensive boards. Kripe, or Zavala gets the foul, number 33, his second. 45-34, Westview trailing. 6:40 to go in this ball game. Wawasee here tomorrow night. Ball knocked away. Zavala picks it up. Kind of rolls it to Kripe, and Kripe brings it across the timeline on the turnover by Westview. Zavala between the circles, goes left side of Sloan. In the corner to Bodie. Now down low to Barth. They'll swing it around up front now. Wiley Minix will come in at the next stoppage of play. Sloan right wing. Bounce pass down low on the baseline to Barth. He gets it way out front. And Sloan rescues it from being an over and back violation. Kripe all the way in, puts it up off the glass and got it. 14 now for Kripe, 47-34. Now the biggest lead for West Noble, 13 points.
Yeah, it's not like we're playing terrible defense. West Noble's just, they're pretty talented offensively. It's just the same bugaboo we've had many games. We just can't score. Not enough to win.
Right.
So we got Braden started now, so that's good. So we've got three guys kind of as threats out there. But one thing I think that would help us is a lot of our shooters are not showing the threat to drive it. And so somebody can play them 25 feet from the basket knowing they're not going to go past them. And that makes it hard to get open. So just need some guys to draw to, for lack of a better word. Drive, draw, kick. And that's how you get open shots.
Barth picked up his fourth foul. He's going to stay in the ball game. Or third, I guess. I must have given someone else one of his fouls. So, yeah, third. I wondered. I thought they'd bring him out if he had that many. Ferris back into the contest for West Noble, and Wiley Minix in for Westview. Ball knocked out of bounds, last touch by Mason Yoder, so it'll be West Noble basketball. West Noble player retrieves it behind the trash can, and we're ready to resume action now as Kripe will inbound for West Noble. He gets it into Bodie, back to Kripe. Westview applying some pressure in the backcourt. They get it across the timeline. And we have a timeout called by West Noble. Be a 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Jerry Hostetler with Jamie Miller back with you at Westview High School. 47-34, West Noble leading Westview with just 5 minutes to go in the ball game.
Well, time is getting a little low, isn't it? We're going to have to make a run here quick because the way West Noble handles the ball and is patient, we're going to have to. We got Wade Springer in the game now.
Yep, Wade.
One thing I like about Wade, he always brings a lot of energy.
He does. He's a hustler. He's got a good eye for the basketball. JV won earlier tonight. I think that was their 19th win, Dan? 16th win. Oh, yeah, I guess it isn't that late in the season. 16th win for the JV. They've only lost 2 on the season.
Ironically, one of them was at Bethany.
Yeah, that was a shocker. You know, at that point in time, we really didn't know much about the team, I guess. Was that Kripe, I guess? Yeah, Kripe hits his 16th point. But, boy, I bet they want that. They'd like to have that one back. Huh?
Yeah. Well, with the offseason they had and who joined the team late and all that, you know, they were discombobulated early in the season. But Kenton's done a nice job bringing them along. And
sure has.
Yeah, 16-2, that's something to shout about at the JV level. I mean,
that is. Bodes well for the future for Westview. Barth is fouled underneath. He'll have 2 shots. And that'll be the first foul on Brady Yoder tonight. Barth hits a free throw.
Well, we don't have much time to hang our heads as Wawasee comes in here tomorrow night.
Right.
An NLC school that we beat last year. And we'll be looking to exact some revenge.
Yes. And, of course, that was on their home court.
You're right there, Braden, I think. He's hit 2 in a row. Let it go.
That's right. Drive down the baseline. Shot by Braden outside, and that's his 3rd 3 of the night. That's good. That's a positive.
Yeah, it's been a little while since he's got on track, so that's really encouraging.
Zavala gets it out front to Bodie. Cross courts it to Zavala. Inside pass and a no-look to Kripe. His shot won't go this time, but tipped up and in by Barth. Barth with 12.
Well, we bring our smaller lineup for shooting in, and the West Noble dominates the boards. We bring our big lineup in, and we have trouble scoring.
Can't win.
So it's kind of a tough matchup tonight.
Foul was before the shot, and it goes against Zavala, his 3rd or 4th. That's who I didn't give the foul to. Brady Yoder gets it into Ash. Brady gets it right back, puts it in, or puts it up off the glass and too hard. Bodie to Kripe to Ferris. Ferris between the circles. Bounce pass to Kripe down on the baseline, gives to Bodie. Bodie drives on Brady. Gets it to Kripe. 2:20 to go in the game. 53-37 West Noble, and they'll be content to just take their time. Kripe loses his dribble, and a good steal by Minix. And he takes it down and puts it up and in. Timeout called by Rob Yoder this time. Minix first 2 points of the ball game. 2:04 to go in the game. West Noble 53. Westview 39. We'll keep it here. It's just a 30-second timeout.
Well, I would imagine he may be saying something about tomorrow night. You know, getting him ready.
At this point, yeah. I would,
you know, this isn't totally over, but this would take a miracle comeback here. But maybe not any special play we're going to run or anything, but
finish strong.
Highlight the positives. You know, tonight we've got Braden going. That's been MIA for a few games.
Right.
And we really need him. And, you know, we've talked many times about confidence. Shooting is just all about confidence. So hitting him, getting nothing but net 3 times in a row will build that pretty quick.
Yeah, Kripe looking to inbound. Westview putting the pressure on. Bodie with the inbound pass. He'll take it all the way down. He's quick. Shots up, no good, but he's fouled. That'll be a 2-shot foul. That'll go against Braden Ash's first. Braden Bodie will be at the free throw line. He has 5 points tonight. 2 of those 3 coming from the line, misses that one.
Of course, West Noble will be in, see, they're in the Northwood sectional.
Right.
Or Northwood's in the sectional. I'm not sure what it's called, but that's always a tough matchup.
Mason's fouled as he drives toward the basket.
Well, no coach thinks any lead is safe. And when you're up 14 and miss 2 free throws and then give the other team 2, you just take a little bit of a deeper breath. See, Mason, what do you have in the first half? 11 in the first half?
Yes.
So that's his 6th point this half.
17 for Mason.
You know, that 3 West Noble hit at the end of the third was really a huge shot.
Yeah,
they
that
had
was.
it down to 7. And they used that and came out and really extended it to what, 17 or 18? Finally got it back down to 12, but.
Yeah, that's that was huge. That was a big, kind of took the wind out of our sails. Kripe looks inside to Barth. Ferris back out front to Kripe with 1:28 to go. This is the first of 3 games this week. As we mentioned, tomorrow night Wawasee and then Friday night at Goshen. Barth gets a pass from Bodie and he puts it off the glass and good. He has 14. 55-41, West Noble. Brady into the lane, puts it up short.
Well, I wonder if this might be a good time to get the starters out of the game. Got a game tomorrow night. This one's well in hand. Maybe another minute of playing time doesn't matter a whole lot, but.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to happen unless a timeout's called or a foul. But underneath Barth, pull it right back out front. Ferris with the basketball. Being guarded there by Wade Springer. Ferris picks up his dribble, gives off to Bodie. Westview will look ahead to tomorrow night and hopefully get on the winning track with a win here at Westview against the Wawasee Warriors tomorrow night. Not going to happen here tonight.
Yeah, disappointing performance tonight. I think we were a better matchup than this, but shots just didn't go in. West Nobles did. Give them credit. Just like Prairie Heights the other night.
Right. So. And that'll do it. 55-41. West Noble defeats Westview. And we'll be back to wrap things up right after this 60-second timeout.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months and save up to $1,400.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family-owned and operated since 1989.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Back at Westview, where West Noble defeated Westview tonight, 55-41. West Noble outscored Westview in each quarter tonight and really was clearly the better team here tonight. For Westview, led in scoring tonight by Mason Yoder, had 18 points, 11 in the first half. Brady Yoder had started out quick with 6 quick ones, only finished with 11. Wiley Minix had 2. Hunter Porter added 1. Braden Ish popped in 3 threes there in the second half and finished with 9. It might all have been in the fourth quarter. Maybe one of them was in the third. For West Noble, Luke Skimmerhorn had 3. Nevin Ferris, 8. Braden Bodie, 5. Austin Kripe led the way tonight with 16. Adam Zavala had 3. Braden Barth, a 6'5 sophomore. Great, only a sophomore.
Yeah, I know.
Had 14. And Derek Sloan, a little sharp shooting guard at 6. One thing about West Noble, they have 8 juniors.
Yeah.
So
and Kripe and Sloan had a great game.
Yeah.
And Barth.
Yep.
So
yeah. They're on the rise, that's for sure. So tonight's game sponsor is Weaver Furniture Sales with 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North and in the Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our halftime sponsor was Lehman Insurance and Financial Group. Their passion is protecting yours, located on Lehman Drive in Topeka. This evening's game was also brought to you by Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Call Dale at 260-463-3970. By Yoder Crossroads, located on the southwest corner of State Road 5 and US 20, south of Shipshewana. Also, by Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. Stutzman Power Equipment on US 20 West in Shipshewana. By Height Auto Body, US 20 West in LaGrange. By Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Also, by Dry Forest Wood Products on County Road 675 in Shipshewana. By LaGwana, your local creative services provider. By Animal Care Clinic of Topeka, located right across from the Topeka Sale Barn on East Lake Street in Topeka. Also, Avail portable toilet and sink rentals, daily, weekly, or monthly rentals. By Dutch Blessing Floral and Gifts, located on Taylor Drive in Shipshewana. And by Jerry's Standard Service in Middlebury. Tonight's game was a presentation of LaGwana Media and the IHSAA Champions Network. Remember, don't forget about the record book available tomorrow night here. $30. $5 goes to the Booster Club, and $5 goes to
the school.
The school. There you go.
Athletic department.
Yeah, very good book. Very valuable information if you're a Westview basketball fan at all. So thank you for joining us tonight for our engineer, Jeremy Anderson. I'm doing this probably backwards, but
you're good.
Our play-by-play, Jerry Christner, and our cameraman tonight, Dan Byler. This is Jamie
You just
Miller.
changed my last name.
Oh, I said, what did I say?
Christner.
I told you I was going to screw it up. Jerry Hostetler. Sorry, everybody. This is Jamie Miller. Good night, everybody.